Go.
There you go.
How you doing, everybody? This is Tom France with What's Your Deal? This is our pilot. I got Oliver here. And we're going to find out with Oliver. Let me ask you, what's your deal, man? What's going on with you? What happened?
Well, about 6 months ago, I got a DUI sitting in my driveway.
Oh, man. We're at Akron, Ohio?
Springfield,
Ohio.
Township.
Springfield Township. Sitting in your driveway, you got a DUI.
The neighbor had a grudge against me.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. So they called on you?
He decided to call the cops on me and tried to tell them that I was drinking and driving when I hadn't drove anywhere.
Were you passed out in the car?
No.
No?
I was actually working on my truck.
Ah.
Transmission was having trouble, so I couldn't drive it anyhow.
Oh my God. I heard that they were pretty touchy with stuff like that, like cops.
Well, the neighbor, he's one of them guys, he thinks he owns the neighborhood.
Did you dirty look? Well, what about, like, what were you living in? Were you renting a house, an apartment? What was
I
it?
was living with my niece for about a year.
Okay.
And I was actually in the driveway working on my truck, trying to figure out what the problem with the transmission not being able to shift in the park.
Yeah.
And I'd been having trouble with it. And he had tried to help me about a week earlier to get my truck out of the roadway.
Yeah.
Well, he used this little mini excavator during the night to try to help me get it out of the roadway. Well, I just needed my truck to go about 5 feet further into my niece's yard, and then it would have been off the roadway.
Well, let me ask you this. What happened, though? Like, where were you born? What did you do? Were you ever married? Kids? Anything like that?
Yeah, actually, I started working when I was 14 years old. Did concrete work as a laborer for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then I started doing heating and air conditioning.
Okay.
I did that for 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
I was the first person Bud ever hired.
Okay.
I worked there till the company, he retired and sold the company.
Okay.
So I worked there the whole time the company was in existence.
Then when the new company bought it, they just shit canned you, or what?
Well, they moved the company to Brunswick,
Okay.
which was way too far for me to be traveling every day. It's at least an hour.
Because you were in Springfield?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I went to work doing laboring as a brick mason's laborer.
Okay.
I did that for 4 years. I was up to $20 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and every year I was promised $1 an hour raise every year that I was there.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I told my boss, hey, it's been a couple months since I was due to get my $1 an hour raise.
Yeah.
Well, he decided that was too much and that he wanted to hire somebody younger and
Right.
cheaper.
Oh, yeah. That happens. Well, what? So what then? You started drinking, or?
Well,
What happened?
I had always drank,
Mhm.
but when the neighbor decided to call the law on me and decided to have a problem with me because he had tried to help me with my truck and something happened to his little rickety fence that he had when he tried to use his excavator to push me out of the roadway.
Oh my God. Well, wait. Well, back up. You said you were married and stuff.
I was married years ago, 20 years ago.
How long you were married for?
I was married for 7 years.
No kidding. Then you got divorced.
Yeah.
Then you ended up. But this whole thing, you own a house or anything like that? Or
I rented.
rented a house? How did you end up living with your niece?
That was when I was living in Springfield. This is just a few years back. My landlord sold the building I had been living in for 6 years.
Mm.
The new landlord doubled the rent.
Oh man! So you're getting less wages, getting the rents doubled, and then
Yeah.
so you were stuck. So that you're okay. So no job, rent doubled. You got to move.
Yep.
Man, and then you ended. So your niece said, "Come on, move in with me for a while."
Uh-huh.
And then that lasted a year. But then you got arrested. Did you go to jail?
I did not go to jail, but that day they pulled my truck away. They towed it away, and I asked the police officer, I was like, "Why are you towing it? I wasn't on the roadway. It was on my niece's property."
Yeah.
Oh well, that's just what we do.
Oh man.
So they
Ouch.
took my truck away from me. I didn't have money to get it out of the impound yard.
How much would that be, or is it still obtainable?
Around $500.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it.
If you got it today, would you be able to get it? You don't know? How long ago was this?
This was 6 months ago.
Okay. What's your last name?
I don't know.
Rather not say. Okay, we can do that off record. That's fine. We'll do that, you know, because what we want to do is we want to, kind of post your story for what's your deal and get it out there. And we want to also put together a GoFundMe page and see if we can't marry the two. Your story and that page, and then maybe you could get some donations that way. That might help you. What, do you have a phone? Do you have access to a cell phone at all? Or?
I have a phone, but it only has Wi-Fi. I don't have phone service.
All right, do you know the number? Because we could still put the number.
Email.
Or email, yeah, do you have an email?
I have an email.
What, all right, tell us that. Let's tell the story there now.
All right.
So somebody could reach out to you maybe directly and donate as well. So what is it?
My email is Oliver Morrison 04@gmail.com.
Perfect.
And that's all lowercase letters.
Now you may have just given up your last name for the show, so we can, if you don't want to put that email on there, we can edit this out.
It's not like anybody can steal anything from me. I don't have them.
Well, there you go. Well, at least you got a good outlook on it, buddy. You got to stay positive, and that's I feel it's the best way is to at least find humor in it if you can, or create some. All right, well that's very compelling and interesting story. I've got your contact information too now. I'm going to reach out to you down the road if we have any other questions or if there's anything else we can do. What about Bob? Bob, do you think can you think of anything else you'd like to add to this questioning or inquiry about our friend Oliver?
I could hit the
We nailed it.
hit the major head hammer,
Right.
with the
All right,
nails and
beautiful.
stuff.
Hey man, let us help you out somehow here. We want to give you at least something, okay? To help at least today be a little bit easier for you. All right, my man? Thanks a lot. All right, you take care.